folks. Welcome back. Another NFL week down in the books. The Lions, baby.
Yes.
The bounce back win. It was tough. We thought it could be a little closer than it was. And they just said, Hotlanta, no. They put that fire out real quick.
Yes, they did, and it was a wonder to see. They really, on all cylinders, were clicking. It was just offense, defense, special teams. That was a really good showing. And then obviously Thursday night game, they did the same thing against the Packers. So
True.
We love to see it from our boys. But last week is when we were covering them. We were both on Lions -3. And that was great to see us get a win from the Lions and cover the spread. We love that. And then how about this? The Patriots getting it done.
Finally,
for
man.
the 15th time in a row against the Jets. They just cannot lose. And we love a good cover, too. So that was nice. Patriots -2.5. And then how about the Saints? How about the Saints +1.5? How about those Saints?
They should have won that game,
They were up 17-0, and then they blow the lead. But guess what? 18-17, a 1-point win, still gets it done with that 1.5
crazy, man. It's
spread.
crazy the Saints weren't favored in that game, though. I guess we saw why.
Yeah. Yeah, but let's get to the bad. The Ravens.
Public enemy number one.
Let's just talk about them for a quick second. They do this every year, I feel like, in which I put my faith in them, and then they look like complete ass and embarrass themselves. Every year. It's against one of these scrappy, horrible, just really odd teams. Like Gardner Minshew getting it done on the road in overtime. Are you kidding me?
Uncle Rico, baby.
Embarrassing. I mean, this is a Colts defense that literally cannot defend the pass, and Lamar seemingly cannot pass. So that's awesome. And we'll talk about Lamar coming up here. But then the Monday night game. Eagles, Bucks, and Justin, no self-respect, no class at all. Goes against the Bake Show, and it rewards him.
Yeah, no class. Sorry for making the right pick, Baker.
Unreal.
The Eagles beat the crap out of them. They beat the crap out of them, man.
I can't even talk because I picked the Bears over the Bucks.
I know. What are you doing, man?
No, that was a good pick by Justin. The Eagles look dominant. That defensive line is insane, and that offensive line clearly the best in the NFL. I mean, Swift has 6 yards before he's touched, and that's every single time he's run the football. So really well done by them. They physically dominated the Buccaneers, and
in the rain.
Sometimes you got to pick the better team, and I did not, and I wish I did. But Justin, 4-1 on the week. He's now 7-9 overall, looking like a prime Lions team from the 2010s, 7-9. And me, on the other hand, I'm looking like a prime mediocre Pittsburgh Steelers team because I was 3-2 last week and 8-8 overall.
Not bad, man. Not bad.
Steelers is kind of that was a little dirty. Maybe like the Raiders. 8-8.
I mean,
8-8 loss.
I mean, that's the recent Steelers though.
Yeah, that's true. That's
so
true.
You can't be hating like that.
No, you're right.
Don't self-hate, man. You're spitting the truth.
That's facts. All right. I don't feel bad now. But
revoked.
Why not? But we're on to week 4 now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're on to week 4, and what a week. A weird week. A bit of a ratty week. Some underdogs, some weird spreads.
There is some ratty.
Some rain,
there's
some
only,
this, some that.
There's only 2 games that I like in this. All the rest I think are trash.
Yeah, it's an interesting week. So let's get on to the games, my friend.
The best game is the first game.
Yes, it is. It's going to be electric.
Dolphins head to Buffalo early this season. Bills favored by 3. Last season they went late in December when it was post-snowstorm apocalypse in Buffalo. And we didn't know how Tua was going to play. And he played okay in the snow. I'm pretty sure the Bills still won, I'm pretty sure, last year. I think it was close.
Yeah, no, the Bills, look, they've won 9 of their last 10 against the Dolphins. So very interesting trend there. Obviously, Mike McDaniel hasn't been the head coach for all 10 of those games. That's a given. He's only been the head coach for 2 seasons now. But still,
last week
shows a trend that Buffalo, for whatever reason, has had Miami's number. And on top of that, this is a Buffalo team that, while looking really sloppy in that opening night game, they put together really, really impressive performances against the Raiders and the Commanders. I know they're not, top tier teams in the NFL,
But they're still decent.
That was still 2 blowout games. That's not easy to do in the NFL. And the Bills responded nicely after a collapse on opening night.
Talk about blowouts, though.
If you want to talk about blowouts, we can go to the other side of the football here because Miami putting up 70 against Denver, crazy. I mean, we might not see that again. Like that's just those one-off performances, an aberration, if you will. But if there's a team that can do it again, it's this Miami team, and they did that without Jalen Waddle too, which is just the crazier fact about it all.
And he's projected to be possibly back this week.
He will be back this week. He'll be playing, and Buffalo's going to be without their starting safety, Jordan Poyer. So that is, definitely a significant development. But what I love about this Buffalo team is that they're running the football very efficiently. 5 yards per carry. James Cook has looked really nice. I would like to see Josh Allen be a little bit more composed, be smart with the football. But if the Bills limit their turnovers, and mainly if Josh Allen limits his turnovers, this defense can come to play, and they can make some stops. They're very good against the pass. Against the run, not as – really, they're not as good. They're allowing 5.9 yards per carry. That's worse than the NFL. But I think that number is skewed because of the game that Breece Hall had on opening night where he rushed like 5 times for 120 yards or whatever it was. Like that is obviously going to tilt your numbers a little bit. And both weeks after that, I think they've been really nice against the run. And they really haven't had to worry about the running game because they've been able to outscore them and outpace them. And, well, you're going to abandon the run. You got to throw the ball to catch up with the Bills. I think this is going to be a high-powered game, electric, fun to watch. But I'm going to take the Bills, man. I think they just get it done. I think they find a way. Is the luster off of Miami? I don't think so. I think they're still the darling. They look like the team that's ready to contend in the AFC more so than any other team, besides maybe Kansas City, right? I mean, we got to put that respect on Mahomes and Andy Reid, but I don't know. I'm just looking at this number. I'm looking at this game. I'm thinking,
you don't think a little field goal action?
I think Buffalo gets it done. I do. I think they win this game.
More than a field goal?
By more than a field goal. I do.
Ooh. It's good to see the Bills starting to play well because I feel like that was a concern right off the bat against the Jets week 1. You know?
That was just a really bad game. Just Josh Allen being just incapable of making a smart decision.
How many interceptions did he have in that game?
I believe he had 3.
That's what I thought. I was like 3 or 4.
And it all went to the same player. I'm forgetting his name, but literally he just kept picking on him, and every single time it was going the other way.
Buffalo loves their mafia at home. They just they play way better at home. They're one of those hometown teams. I agree they have played better against Washington. That kind of shocked me, though, that Washington started playing that bad. But it was sad to see that from Sam Howell. 4 interceptions against that Buffalo defense. That just means the Buffalo defense finally stepped up and showed out to play. Interesting how the Miami defense will be. There's a lot of talk that they're better than they have been in the past. That acquisition of Jalen Ramsey was a huge thing.
We have yet to see him play, though.
That's true. That's
Bradley Chubb at the deadline last year was massive too.
It really was. One of those things to me is it's shocking how many guys that Miami's just like, yeah, we can take them. Yeah, we can take them. Like they were trying to get Dalvin Cook in the mix. Hey, Jonathan Taylor, come on down. Like, how are they able to just keep bringing in all these players? It just blows my mind. Or just being able,
aggressive general manager, aggressive mindset from the front office and the coaching staff. I mean, that's just how they played. It's their brand, and you're seeing it this season come into a really full picture here. The way they're playing offensively, they're revolutionizing the motion offense, and really, it's going to be difficult for Buffalo to stop. I'm just going to be honest. It's going to be difficult for Buffalo to stop, but that Bills Mafia magic, right? And Josh Allen being Josh Allen again.
That's a huge thing.
That's really what I'm banking on is Josh Allen taking care of the football and them trusting the running game a little bit more because Miami is not great against stopping the run. They're allowing 4.6 yards per carry. So if Buffalo can establish a ground game and Josh Allen can take care of the football, yeah, I think this pass defense for Buffalo can limit Tua, and they can get it done.
That's a huge thing, Josh Allen, man, because there have been talks this week. Is he losing his, tiered category that he is as as a quarterback? A lot of people have him in.
I mean, I dropped him. I dropped him at the end of the last year.
Yeah, you did.
To.
I mean, he kept giving us reasons to not trust him.
Exactly. But with every reason you have for us not to trust you, there's an opportunity for you to gain that trust back.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh Allen can do that this week against the darling of the NFL right now.
Another one of those games right now where I have a mind pick and a gut pick. I'm going gut pick. I'm taking the Dolphins. +3.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, the Dolphins are playing better than anyone in the NFL right now, so I cannot fault you for the pick.
On both sides of the ball, I disagree on that.
Well, maybe
offensively,
not defensively, but offensively, I mean, they are just...
I was going to say,
it just covers for their defense, right? I mean, it doesn't even matter almost. That's just the way that they're playing. I mean, they are changing the way offenses play.
This ain't college anymore, man. Oh, we're not in college football anymore. All right. Game 2, man. Stafford and the Rams. Head to Indianapolis. A-Rich is back.
Yes, A-Rich, the kid wonder, right? He is amazing. We were on him. I mean, I know I was.
It would have been...
I've been on him for a while. Justin caught on quickly after that.
I did.
A-Rich
He's legit, man.
He's the guy. And he is back after the concussion this week. Nice job by Gardner Minshew coming in, covering for A-Rich, and delivering a win on the road. Now you come back home against a Rams team that has dropped 2. They lost to the Niners, expected. Lost a tough one to the Bengals, really ugly game. Now you get a Colts defense that can't stop the pass, but they're very good against the run. And they have a coach in Shane Steichen that I am finding myself really admiring because he has changed the way that the Colts are thinking about themselves, I think. I think he's really set a tone in that building because this is a Colts team that last year just looked uninspired. Looked
Matt Ryan.
like they were hardly giving an effort. It looked like they were slow. It looked like they didn't care. Now they're playing with some energy. They're playing with some fight. And I mean, if I would have told you before the season the Colts are going to be favored against the Rams and they'll have a 2-1 record, I mean, you would have thought I was crazy.
You could argue right now, not 100%, but you could argue the Colts are playing as the best team in the AFC South right now.
Yeah, I mean...
The Jags are really hurting themselves right now. I don't know what's going on down there.
I mean, the Colts are, right now, first place.
Yeah.
So, and I think that continues. I'm just going to be blunt. I like the Colts to win this game. You get the home crowd. It's tough for me to say the Rams with Stafford, McVay, like they're going to drop this game, right? And the public is fading the Colts big time. 77% of the bets on the spread are on the Rams this week.
It was an ugly game for them against the Bengals on Monday night.
It was ugly. And you get a short turnaround. You got to go to Indy, who is probably going to be a little revved up after this team just won.
And they're getting their quarterback back. Home field advantage. All vibes high, man.
And I'm looking at this Rams defense. They can't stop the run. I mean, they're solid against the pass, but this team isn't going to pass the ball that much. With A-Rich, it's going to revolve around him. He's going to make plays. He's going to extend the pocket.
Aaron Donald should have retired.
Probably.
For his sake.
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts, man. It might be more of a blind pick, but I'm going to take the Colts.
I don't think it's a blind pick at all because I'm on the Colts too.
All right. Yeah.
I have no more.
You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say I think the Colts are a better football team.
I agree.
That's just I feel like they are a better football team, and the public hasn't adjusted to that yet.
No, I agree.
They're still in the aura of Sean McVay and this Rams Super Bowl team from a couple years back. I think the Colts, right here, right now, are just a better football team than the Rams.
It's cool seeing the Colts good, in my opinion. I know a lot of people were like on the Colts over the years, but I don't know why. I used to say this all the time. I'm like, if you give me a random team to just want to play for, I always said the Colts. I don't know why. I said aside from the Lions and the Pats, I'm like the Colts.
The thing that I like about the Colts is that they're finally fun. like for so many years, it's just been boring and recycling quarterbacks that have no real juice, no real upside. Rich has the highest upside out of any quarterback currently in the National Football League. And the thing that I love about it is it's so off-brand Colts to have a quarterback like that, someone that's got that immense potential in an Anthony Richardson, because we've just been so used to, since Andrew Luck, just the old retired guy, basically. Just the washed
guy on his way out.
Now they're fun. They have some excitement. It's free-flowing. Shane Steichen is a savant on the offensive end, and he revolutionized Jalen Hurts, made him an MVP caliber quarterback. He's going to do the same thing with Anthony Richardson. So I love this spot. And the public, they're all betting the Rams. They think the Rams are going to get this one easily. I don't think so. Give me the Colts, and I love that you're on them too.
It's very unfortunate, before we move on to the next game, that they are still missing and might not have in time Jonathan Taylor. Because, man, him and Rich together.
But you know what? Zach Moss has played well.
He has, yes. He has played well. The running back room has been injury prone so far this year a bit, though.
Yeah, no, it's true. But you know what? For as much as I agree with Jonathan Taylor that running backs seem to get paid more and that he deserves to be paid, you're seeing Zach Moss do almost identical to what Jonathan Taylor would be doing right now for the Colts. And unfortunately, that's just the nature of the position.
And that's just
it's easily replaceable. And yeah, it hurts his leverage completely. So,
well, good game. Easy pick. On to the worst game of the week. Denver heads to Chicago, Soldier Field, the Bears. Bears arguably the worst team in the NFL right now.
Teams in the NFL, both over
probably,
3.
Yeah.
And you throw in the Panthers and the Vikings, those are winless teams, but I'd say these two are playing the worst football out of all 4 of them.
Absolutely. I mean, it's crazy that I'm shocked that it's 3.5. Denver is favored by 3.5 heading to Soldier Field in Chicago. That's just telling you how bad the Bears are right now. I mean, they have no sense now.
That shows you what Vegas thinks of both of these teams. But here's what I'm going to say. I picked this game for a reason. It's a ratty game. It's ugly. And quite frankly, these are the games I love to bet. 75% of the bets on the spread are on the Broncos per the Action Network.
I already know where this is going.
Everyone loves Denver this week, right? The Bears look like trash. There's no reason to trust Justin Fields. This team is in turmoil. They got the FBI supposedly raiding their DC's house. He's gone, right?
Their OC has nothing. Their head coach, why'd they hire him?
And more of equipment stolen from Soldier Field. Now they're back at Soldier Field. Let me tell you this right here, right now. This pick makes no sense, and it is an absolute blind bet. But give me the Bears. No one is on the Bears. I'm on the Bears.
Because they're smart right now.
Fine. No one is going to be on the Bears, but take the 3.5 points here. You're telling me that they can't keep it close against a Denver team that has also played like complete garbage?
Terrible.
They just gave up 70 to the Dolphins last week. They can't stop the run. What does Chicago do well? If they can do anything well, it's probably run the football. You'd expect Justin Fields to have a little bit more of a freedom to actually run and have some more design plays for him to run. You factor in Rashawn Johnson and Khalil Herbert. Like this is a team that can run the football. DJ Moore's done. This passing attack is done. But you don't need to pass on the Broncos to beat them because you can just run the football. And that's what I think Chicago's going to do. So I'm going to take the Bears. I think it's ugly. And while both these defenses suck, I think one team just sneaks out at the end. I don't know if the Bears win, but I think they keep it close enough to stay within this 3.5 points. So that's why I'm going to take the Bears at home. Getting it done. Can't believe I'm doing it again.
Shout out Ryan Poles for trading the first pick and everything away for DJ Moore and using him like Jahmyr Gibbs. Not at all.
You can't get your shoes dirty if you never wear them.
Facts. I guess unless you wrap them in plastic and then you just rock it outside like a weirdo.
That's true.
Get those boots on, man. This game is going to be disgusting. The Bears have given me no reason to trust them at all. They've given me no reason to trust them every single time they're popped up on the games, man.
That's exactly why you pick them.
When your defensive coordinator could be on his way to somewhere you don't even know where he's going to go. OC is like, nah, it's on Fields. Nah, it's on me. Nah, it's on Fields. And Fields is like, it's the coaching. Nah, I'm going to take this on me. And why do they even hire Matt Eberflus? The man doesn't know anything.
He is the biggest nothing burger as a head coach.
He's probably worse than Nathaniel Hackett, man.
Yeah, probably.
You can argue that. I mean, Sean Payton hasn't been anything special right now. And what happened to Russ, man? Russ just keeps going downhill. The cook for him is no more. But I'm still taking the Broncos in this one, man. I cannot give Chicago an edge in any facet. Unless they decide to play a little bit tougher on defense, and Justin Fields goes back to running a 300 yards a game. That's the only saving grace. They cannot use anybody but Justin Fields to run the ball.
No, you're right. I mean, this is a Bears team right now that is so ratty, so disgusting. They're toxic. They're vile. Why am I picking them?
Because you're disgusting.
Because I'm disgusting. Because I'm vile. And because this number is so ratty.
Ratty.
You just ride with it. And it's what Vegas wants you to do. They want you to take Denver.
You want to ride Broncos country.
No. Look, I still think the Broncos win this game. But if it's by a field goal,
you're chilling.
I'm big chilling. But I do think it ends up being like let's just call it a 21-18 game.
You know what's going to happen? Oh, no, it's a field goal game. Oh, no, the Bears are so bad that they get a safety and the Broncos win by 5, and you're screwed.
If that happens, I'm done.
I will laugh so hard. You can come at me out with our college picks that we did yesterday with Ole Miss and all that. If the Bears lose, man, it just makes it even better.
No.
Who cares?
Please.
Game 3, man. It's trash. I hope you love it.
You should. These are the games you want to bet on.
Are they? I guess you're right. Because it makes it more fun. Because you're like, how bad can it get?
You got to have some incentive to watch a game like this.
That's why it's 3.5.
Yeah, literally.
All right. Game 4, baby. Here is our personal show's hatred game. Maybe a little less for you, but more so for me.
No.
STJ, public enemy number 1.
Yeah.
The Ravens.
Can't stand the Ravens. Hate them.
Me, myself, and I.
Hate them.
Enemy number 2. Mistake by the lake. The Cleveland Browns.
They get it done. They have the best defense in the NFL by leaps and bounds. Best against the pass, best against the run.
Really?
Basically, I mean, this team is insane. Their defense is crazy.
They have all those names.
Defense is crazy. And guess what? They get a Lamar Jackson-led offense that's without Odell Beckham. That's without Rashad Bateman. That's injured on the line. That doesn't have J.K. Dobbins. This is a banged-up Ravens team. And while Deshaun Watson has a shoulder injury, might not go on Sunday, he's questionable right now.
DTR.
I don't even care almost. I'm taking the Browns, dude. Look, this defense is for real. The Ravens are banged up. And this Browns team, all they want to do is run the football. Well, guess what?
Kareem Hunt's back. Jerome Ford's
back, but this Browns team, 8th in the NFL in rushing the football. And the Baltimore Ravens, middle of the pack at stopping the run. I think the Browns get it done here, -1.5. I get them at home. Yeah, all day. Browns.
Ravens at Browns. Browns favored by 1.5. A new mistake by the lake. All these years. This year and last year. We try to put our faith in the Ravens. I never put my faith in the Browns. Deshaun Watson not being there was concerning to me. But Evan gave me some positive vibes and some reassurance in other ways. And I can't give in to the belief of the Ravens being a better team. And I have to go with the Browns.
Yes!
Pound that dog.
Finally. You're finally on the Browns with me.
We picked them to be the potential winners. Sleeper winners of the AFC North.
We did. And they're living up to that right now. So I think this is a no-brainer pick here. Public is kind of 50-50. Actually, they are 50-50. Not even kind of. They actually are 50-50. So it's probably going to depend on the Deshaun news. But regardless, I just like the Browns to get it done, man.
I mean, yeah, if they're focused on
here's
running.
the thing, though, too. The Ravens lost to a backup QB last week in Gardner Minshew. Who's to say they can't do it again?
DTR's not
Ravens
trash.
team is done. Like, I think they're cooked.
For the season?
I just don't find them impressive at all. And I haven't for a long time. And when I back them, they spit in my face. So now I'm going to spit in theirs. Browns minus 1.5.
Dog pound, baby. DTR. He can get it done.
Yeah.
He has the
UCLA
arm. He has the talent.
Was very nice. Had a really good preseason. I like him. He's a solid backup option. And look, obviously you need Deshaun Watson out there if you're going to do anything this season. But DTR can definitely come in and fill a game. And I mean, the Ravens just lost to a backup QB. It wouldn't shock me if they did again.
Amari Cooper's also been looking better, too.
Yeah.
That's a good sign to see. Because we've been waiting on that. Post-Dallas era, he hasn't looked good until now. So that's what he needed, too. He also needed Watson to get into his form. That he's not in his old form, but he's in a progressive form. But shout out the Dawgs, man. Sunday barking. Whoo! You do it all the time. Now it's my turn. Time to join the dog
I'll
pound.
bark when they win. I'll bark when they win.
I'm doing it because they're going to win. I guess. On to game 5. Bengals in Tennessee against the Titans. Bengals favored by 2.5. Bengals finally got their win of the season. Joe Burrow played hurt. It was an ugly win against the Rams on Monday night. The Titans haven't looked special either, man. Tannehill's struggling for his life. I feel like I don't even know what's going on with Derrick Henry these days. I feel like I don't hear about him anymore. D-Hop has gone there to not continue his career, you know. Traylon Burks, wasted pick. They threw away A.J. Brown. I mean, Tennessee is a falling organization that due to the goodness that people believe in their head coach, they can't say, we need to rebuild. You seem very concerned about this pick.
I'm really concerned about this game. 70% of the bets on the spread are on the Bengals per the Action Network. The Cincinnati offense is last in yards per pass attempt and one of the worst at running the football, ranking 25th in yards per carry. This Titans team is nothing special on defense, but what they can do is stop the run. One of the best rush defenses in the NFL, right there at the Browns. The issue I have in this game is Joe Burrow's calf doesn't look right. Now, it's Joe Burrow. They can still well to victory. I don't deny that at all. But Mike Vrabel as an underdog is 25, 15, and 1 against the spread. That's per ESPN. He's 21 and 20 outright as an underdog. This man thrives off being an underdog, and I'm getting the Titans at home. I don't want to do it. And I really don't like this pick.
I know what he's going to do.
But I have to take the Titans plus 2.5. I just do. And it hurts me because I want to see the Bengals look like the Bengals team for the past 2 years. But they just don't right now. And while the Titans look like, pretty pathetic on offense, the Bengals look even worse. So I have to trust my gut here and trust that Vrabel gets it done as a home underdog. So that's why I'm taking the Titans.
And it is tough to see that for the Bengals because it's more beneficial for the AFC. I mean, they've had a lot of hopes, riding the past couple of years. And how is it that one slight injury to Joe Burrow has hurt this team, Jamar Chase isn't looking like himself. T. Higgins not looking like himself. Boyd not looking like himself. I mean, they got a better O-line, yet their running game is worse. And they did lose, Jesse Bates and Von Bell in the offseason. We talked about that, I think, last week. Yeah.
Big losses.
And that secondary, I mean, who do we have coming out of Michigan to fill in that spot? But
Dax Hill.
Yeah, Dax Hill, but it's still, it's not enough, right?
He's not Von Bell, he's not Jesse Bates, that's for sure.
And they're both playing well in their said new teams in the Panthers and Falcons.
Yeah, Jesse Bates I think he's leading the league in interceptions or is tied with the league.
It's tough to see from the Bengals, man. But the Titans, this is giving me another version of the Monday Night Football. It's just not good versus not that good either.
Yeah.
And the Titans are at home. They could just snuff it out. but I'm still riding with my boys.
You always take the Bengals.
You call me out for not riding with my other boys.
You always take the Bengals.
Sorry, Rebels, but I'm riding the Bengals, boy. Believe that the redemption arc is continuing. Believe it. Joe Burrow rather break his leg than see the boys go 0-3. And he did that on Monday, and he's going to keep it going, bring them back to 2-2, bring them back to 500, and let's keep it rolling.
I think they can still win despite me taking the Titans here. I still think that it could be a 1 or 2 point game.
I think it's going to be a close, low-scoring game.
That's what I'm thinking.
And it's not going to be, again, it's not going to be not pretty.
The over-under is right now.
Yeah, check it out.
41 points. I like the under, dude.
I all day. Throw that out there for the peeps. Take the under.
Hang on. Let me see something really quick.
To be determined on that statement. Before we close it out in this one, Evan's giving a little inspection of the under on this one. We don't know how to feel on it. Titans-Bengals is a gross game. They have too many quarterbacks that aren't going to do anything for them with those Titans, man. I'll tell you what.
Everyone likes the under in this one. 65% of the public is on the under.
It ain't gonna go over, man.
I don't think it will.
I think it'll go over 35.
You might be right. I don't know.
This could be a 17-14 game, man.
A lot of these totals are, in the Ravens-Browns game, it's 39.5. That's the total right now.
Unless it's the Dolphins. These are trash. I can't. What's the Denver-Chicago over-under?
46.
Really?
They think it's going to be a little bit more high scoring.
Because the defenses are so bad?
Yeah, that's literally it.
Let the offensive... See who has the better offense and let it ride? Gosh.
The one thing about... not to go back on the game, but the one thing the Broncos do well is deep passing. So... that the possibility for that to open up is there.
Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Marvin Mims.
Yeah. So that's there. So the over I actually don't mind in that one, but this under in this Bengals-Titans game, 41, I could see it being literally, I'm not even joking right now, like 17-16.
I said 17-14.
Literally.
Nobody's getting over 20 in this one.
No, that's 33 points. 41 is such a low total, though. Like, I would hate for it to be like 24.
21-20.
Yeah, like 20, even like a 24-20. Yeah, 24-20. That's only 44 points. It's still, kind of low scoring.
I don't know what to say. Some tough games this week, man. NFL side of the ball, some tough games.
I'm not going to bet the total, but I would lean the under for sure. Under 41 if you're into that.
Not real advice.
All right. Yeah, of course. Not real advice. Of course. All right, let's run it down here. Got a little sidetracked there, but it's fine because we love that. We love talking about the totals for sure. All right. Like we ever do. But all right, game one, we got Dolphins. We got the Bills. I'm on the Bills -3. Justin's on the Dolphins +3. Game two, Rams head into Indianapolis. I am on the Colts -1. Justin's on the Colts -1. We like the Indy boys. A-Rich's team. We love it. Game three, Broncos heading to the Windy City, Chicago. Justin is on the Broncos -3.5. I am on the Bears +3.5. Such a bad pick, but we're going to have some fun. Game four, Ravens heading to the Cleveland mistake by the Lake Browns. I'm on the Browns -1.5. Justin's finally on the Browns -1.5. We love to see it. They're probably going to lose now.
Probably.
Game 5. Bengals, Joe Burrow, and that horrible offense head to Tennessee to take on that horrible offense too. I'm on the Titans +2.5. Justin is on the Bengals -2.5. Those are the Week 4 picks. Bengals don't have horrible offense, but they're playing horrible. That's kind of what I meant to say.
That's
the
thing. Horrible. If they start clicking, it could be a wash.
Yeah.
Real quick.
They're the worst passing team and one of the worst running teams right now.
Which is sad. I don't know. Another week in the NFL. We're happy. We saw a nice Thursday Night Lions smackdown.
Now we got a nice easy Sunday. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to fear. We have a
hope
victory.
for picks it. Hope the Pats win.
Yes.
Who are the Pats playing this weekend?
Cowboys.
Ooh, in Dallas, right?
Yeah. Couldn't put it on the sheet because
That's a stressful pick.
It's a stressful pick, but also I didn't really know where to go with it. You know, I was looking at that number. I was like, I don't know. I feel like we just shouldn't talk about it.
Fair enough. Hopefully our boys win because Dallas are frauds.
That Arizona game proved it.
Absolutely. Shout out Josh Dobbs.
Josh Dobbs is him.
Good to see he finally got his jersey in the team store.
Very concerned about that. It's actually crazy that he couldn't get his own jersey.
I know. The big thing is that Damian Lillard now traded to the Bucks. His jersey is already on the shelves. Just like that.
I hope the Bucks flop this year. I do.
We'll see what happens. That's another conversation for another time.
That's true.
But we'll see you next week. Squeeze the juice.
Peace.
Peace.